So Sean, thank you for spending the time with me today. So just like to have a few questions with you today about Dynacor Gold. So how do you describe the year 2017 for Dynacor? How significant this is for the history of the company?
Well, you know that at the end of 2016, in the last quarter, we started a brand new mill. So in the last quarter, we just started it, and well, we have been running this for 3 months. And in 2017, we planned to reach full capacity of this mill by mid-2017. We started well in January and February, and after that, we had this very special and heavy raining season in Peru, which destroyed a lot of roads and bridges. And after that, we've got an earthquake in the southern part of Peru, which has delayed our forecast for, I would say, 6 months. We have planned to be at full capacity by mid-2017, and now with these natural problems, we have delayed that for 6 months. So we have planned to be at full capacity by the end of this year, and I can say now that we're going to be at full capacity maybe a little bit before the end of this year. So this is the main thing for this year.
Okay, yeah, thank you for that take. So many companies actually trying to duplicate Dynacor's success in Peru. Why has this been so difficult for them to succeed?
Well, you know, it's not. It's a special business model, this, and it's not so easy to do that, because when you build a mill, you build a mill for a mine you have, for the ore you have in your mine. Now we're buying. There we're buying ore from more than 400 different mines. So you have to know what you buy, how you, what price you have to pay for that, what kind of mix you have to do, and you need training people. You need an extended network. So it's not an easy business, and it's not a classic business here. It's a very different model. Didn't exist before, so it's really not easy for these reasons.
Okay, so what's the potential of this ore processing business now that Dynacor is quite established in the community? How big can this become?
Well, you know, we have started this business with a very small mill. We have increased over the years, and now we have a brand new mill with a capacity of 300 tons per day. We're going to be there by the end of this year. Next year, we're going to increase that to 360 tons per day. And after that, we're going to continue for an expansion to 450 tons per day. The following year, probably. And after this mill has been designed to be able to be double that to 600 tons per day. So we'll go next year to 360, the following year probably to 450 tons per day, and later on we'll see how's the market, what's the gold price, what is the situation of these small miners there, and we'll go to as much as we can, maybe up to 600 tons per day. And beside that, there is a potential to expand this business model to other countries, which we're going to look to, and it's a possibility in the future.
Okay, very exciting. So Dynacor's debt has been dropping since the last lump sum payment made in August. So when can investors expect the company to be a debt-free company?
Well, this loan was planned to be repaid at the beginning of 2019, but as you saw, the things are going very well. We already did some payments on that. So if things continue the way it is now, we probably will be debt-free somewhere in 2018.
Very nice. So how do you compare now Dynacor, let's say 5 years ago? What kind of catalysts can bring this company to the next level?
Well, in the last 5 years, we had this old mill in Huanca, which we bring the capacity to 250 tons per day. But it was a small mill, expanded over the years. Now we have a brand new mill, which has been built for 300 tons per day to begin with, and with possibility to double this capacity. So it's a brand new mill. It's working very well. It's more efficient. It's a better mill. So this is going to be a cash machine here. At 300 tons per day, we're going to generate a lot of cash, a lot of profits, and we're going to be ready with this for expansion in or outside Peru. So we're going to have the means to do that with this new mill.
So Sean, let's talk about the gold price. So gold has been trading in the range of $1,200 to $1,300 for a long time. How prepared is Dynacor's business if the price drops below this level?
Well, you know, our business model, we buy ore based on the gold price. So if the gold price goes up or down, we have a margin there, like a protected margin. We buy and based on this margin. So if gold price comes down, we're still making money. And beside that, with the new mill, at 300 ton per day, a better mill, more modern mill, we're gonna lower our general cost and increase our margin compared with what we did in Huanca. So this new mill here is a wonderful tool to guarantee us a better situation in the future than with the old mill, even if the gold price will go down a little bit in the future.
I see. So it appears after recent news, Dynacor's producing 86,000 ounces of gold annualized. In order for the company to meet its guidance of 78 to 80,000 ounces in 2017, it must produce another 23 to 25,000 ounces in the fourth quarter. That means that annualized, it is actually close to 100,000 ounces being produced. Is it fair to say investor can expect the company to produce 100,000 ounces in 2018?
Absolutely. With the new mill working at just 300 ton per day, because we expect to increase the milling capacity again next year to around 360 ton per day. But at 300 ton per day, depending on the grade, but we expect to be very close to 100,000 ounces of gold. So it's absolutely, it's our target for next year. Could be 97, 98, 100,000, very close to that number. And depending when we're going to increase to 360 ton per day, we're going to go over this number.
Wow, very exciting. So the question often comes up is, what makes Dynacor's production sustainable, given that it doesn't own its resources?
Well, we don't have resources, but we have access to thousands of small miners. So it's even better than to have our own resources, because these resources won't deplete, won't come down every year. We have access to thousands of small miners. We're buying from some hundred of miners, but there is a large pool there working from north to south of Peru. So it's in our view, it's even much better than to have our own resources going down every year.
That's nice. So there are currently almost like 2,000 mining juniors in the market out there. How does Dynacor differentiate among them?
Well, we differentiate mainly because of our business model. You know that the junior company, mainly an exploration junior company, they have to go always back to the to issue new shares to finance themselves, to finance their exploration. Dynacor, a business model, was based to generate its own cash to be able to pay for exploration, expansion, everything. So we don't have to go in the market to raise money, and even when the market is really bad, the exploration companies, they have to go anywhere in the market. It's not our case. We generate our own cash, and we can continue even when the markets are very bad. So this is the big difference. It's our business model: generate cash, generating profit, and it gives us the tool to go for expansion.
So my last question for you today, Sean, what are the real incentives for investors to think about shorter term from Dynacor in 2018?
Well, first of all, we're going to reach the full capacity of this mill by the end of 2017. So these increases, this working at full capacity will be reflected in the results in 2018. So we're going to increase we're going to working at full capacity is going to increase the cash flow, increase the profit. We're going to be ready for expansion in Peru or outside the country. And we're going to be able, if things are continuing this way, to pay back our debt much faster than what we thought. And working at full capacity next year, 360 tons per day without any debt. There we're going to be in a position, for example, to look at the dividend policy, what we spoke for some years now. We're going to be ready to look at that closely. So it's going to be a very good year next year for that. It's going to be a game changer with this new mill generating a very good cash.
Thank you, Sean, indeed, for sharing your thoughts. I think it's going to be exciting times for investors for very short term in 2018 as well. So thank you again for your time today, Sean. We'll talk next time.
It has been a pleasure, Gilbert, to speak with you for this video. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for watching this video. Please scan the QR code to log on NAI 500 website and follow us on social media to get regular updates on the Chinese language North American market news, CEO interviews, trends, and investment opportunities. Click subscribe to our channel to watch more interviews and presentations.